I suspect the majority of Range Rover Velar owners will never take their vehicles seriously off-road, but actually there's no reason why not. It's in auto mode on the optional terrain response 2, and it's effortlessly setting up the vehicle's systems to optimize available traction. As I pull off the paved highway onto this gravel road, you can see how it's so sure-footed as it adapts to this new surface. Velar is a true Range Rover with all the same breadth of all-terrain capability. It has an impressive wading depth of 25.5 inches, great vehicle geometry, the optional all-terrain progress control, and on this, terrain response 2. So like all Range Rover vehicles, it really has off-road capability at its core. Up ahead, there's a rocky track where the surface, let's just say, is a little more challenging than this gravel track. Velar, I'm sure, will cope easily in auto mode, but I'm just going to slip it into mud and ruts here. As I do that, the air suspension raises automatically to the off-road height. Here I go. Just going along this track, the vehicle geometry in these tricky situations is key. And with an approach angle of 29 degrees, with the air suspension fully raised, a departure angle of 30 degrees, and a breakover angle of 24, Velar seems extremely capable in these rather tricky conditions. That active locking differential gives excellent traction to the rear wheels when the articulation is at its max. That's really impressive. Composed and assured, gave me a lot of confidence. Let's head back to the road. Land Rover's know-how when it comes to the systems developed for off-road driving have real benefit when it comes to the on-road experience. They cross over seamlessly, both mutually benefiting each other. The optional active rear locking differential, for instance, gives great stability and control around these fast corners. But I know it's a real asset when it comes to off-road driving, meaning the torque in certain situations could be applied 100% to the rear wheels. Here, it's probably more like a 50-50 split between front and rear, but it's constantly adapting at every moment through every corner. The double wishbone front and integral link rear suspension on the Range Rover Velar is giving me real confidence in the vehicle's stability on these stunning upland roads. So often when it comes to suspension setup and ride, it's a real compromise and it ends up being too stiff. But not here, it's very smooth and refined. The all-around air suspension feels very assured, and those electronically controlled dampers work in combination to enhance my driving experience by intelligently adapting to my driving style. It's all rather clever, really. I think I'd like to take the Velar off-road now to see how the systems function in a different, tougher environment. I've really enjoyed my time driving and exploring in my new ride out in the countryside, but you know, those same capabilities such as suspension, handling, traction, they're equally relevant when it comes to the streets of a city like Charlotte here. Maneuvering through the streets and these varied urban driving conditions, the Range Rover Velar gives me so much confidence, and I think a big part of that is this Sports Command driving position, which gives me great visibility even in tight situations like this. And of course, that giant panoramic sunroof allows me, as the driver, tremendous light, but if I have passengers in the back, they just have the most spectacular view out of the roof. As you know, driving can be stressful at the best of times, but I must say that this cabin environment is so refined and relaxing. It's a joy to glide through these streets in such composed luxury. I keep seeing glimpses of myself reflected in the windows of buildings as I pass by, and then the look of interest on pedestrians' faces as this new vehicle drives their streets, and it just reminds me of how sleek and perfectly fitting and suitable the Velar is to any contemporary modern environment. Just stunning. Velar has a host of technologies that give it supreme capability across multiple terrains. Firstly, there's all-wheel drive with intelligent driveline dynamics, ensuring improved traction and fuel efficiency in various road and weather conditions. Adaptive dynamics, the optional configurable dynamics, allows customers to configure vehicle characteristics like suspension, steering settings, etc., to suit their individual driving needs. Now, Land Rover's terrain response, with its 6 settings, has the addition of auto mode through terrain response 2, which seamlessly senses the road surface and selects the best setting for the customer. The optional active rear locking differential ensures the greatest level of traction in various weather conditions, both on and off road. Composure is further enhanced by the latest electronic air suspension, available as standard on this V6 version. These performance and all-terrain features underpin the incredible capabilities of the Velar, setting it aside from the competition, so it's very important to outline these benefits to your customers. For more information on these and other features and benefits, please search on the Jaguar Land Rover Source app. Wow. There's no hiding my enthusiasm for the way the Range Rover Velar handles these twisty corners. It's quite superb. Land Rovers say their all-wheel drive system can react faster than the blink of a human eye, which, if you don't know how long that is about 100 to 150 milliseconds. And as I maneuver the car through these very demanding corners, I can really feel all that technology in action. The Velar is just so responsive. All-wheel drive with the intelligent driving dynamics is continually optimizing the engine torque distribution to the front and the rear wheels, ensuring enhanced traction and fuel efficiency in the various road and weather conditions. I feel very confident in the company of this vehicle. Now, after 25 years of racing, my hands have got pretty sensitive to the feel through a steering wheel, and I must say that the electric power-assisted steering is exceptionally connected. And what makes it even better is I can personalize it through the configurable dynamics menu here. Torque vectoring by braking assists my cornering as I accelerate out. Heavy acceleration, and it really does minimize the understeer and gives me the feeling of incredible control. Lovely crisp turn into this tight hairpin. And as I accelerate out, just great balance through this faster sweeping corner. The steering is so precise and intuitive without compromise.